After more than 4 decades, the Oklahoma Highway Patrol may have cracked 2 cold cases by complete accident. Now, deputies were just practicing with new sonar equipment on a lake when they discovered not 1, but 2 cars at the bottom. This all happened yesterday. First, investigators thought they were stolen, but they were surprised when the cars were pulled out of the water, and deputies found the remains of 3 people in one and 3 more in the other. Here's a look at where this all happened. The cars were in the bottom of Foss Lake. That's about 150 miles west of Oklahoma City. Investigators believe 1 car belongs to 16-year-old Jimmy Williams. He disappeared with 2 friends in 1970. Williams' brother told our affiliate KFOR he believes it is them. The other car may have belonged to a man who went missing the year before. Debbie McManion says that vehicle could belong to her grandfather. She was just 13 years old when he disappeared.
It's been very traumatic. I can remember my dad having dreams at night and getting in the car as soon as he got off from his day job, taking my mom, and they would look and look and look. Any trace.
Unbelievable. Well, joining me now on the phone, Kevin Ogle. He's a reporter for our affiliate KFOR rather, and Laura Estes, a reporter for the Daily Alexandrian newspaper. Thanks for being with me, you guys. What an unbelievable story. Kevin, right now I'm wondering, first, how did these 6 people go missing in the first place more than 4 decades ago?
Isn't this incredible?
Yeah.
It really is. They just vanished off the face of the earth. Now, you got to remember, these 2 disappearances about a year apart, one in '69, one in 1970, and people went out looking for them for years, never found them. And all of a sudden, just by dumb luck, the Oklahoma Highway Patrol testing, as you said, some new equipment, hit on a couple of big things in the water, sent the divers in. The cars were recovered there, not too far from each other, and pulled from the lake. Now, here's the thing. The positive identity on the remains that were found inside, we're being told, could actually take years to complete, because they're going from DNA, of course, that has been compromised from the water and everything in there. They have taken DNA evidence or DNA samples from family members, and they say it could take from days to years to get these people positively identified. And the other question is, how did it happen?
Yeah.
Now, this road, the newspaper reporter from that area may be privy to more information than me on this, but this road 40 or so years ago went right down to the lake. Was it a couple of cases where people were driving down a road, didn't know a lake was there, splashed in, couldn't get out? 2, a year apart? Well, we don't know, and that's what we're waiting to find out.
Interesting. Laura, let me go to you about that. Kevin bringing up a great point. We don't know the area. This is your sort of hometown. So there was this road that drove right into the lake back in that time period. Is that right?
Yes, it's a boat ramp. So when you turn onto this road, I mean, it goes straight on down to the water, and what people do here locally is that's how they get their boats on Foss Lake. So, I mean, it's a hill. It goes down, and there's the water. So
it could have been something that it was late at night, it's dark, and they're just driving straight, and all of a sudden they hit the water if they don't know the area that well.
That could have happened. But
unbelievable. Obviously, these people missing for more than 4 decades. If it turns out to be these 6 people, you can imagine the closure. What's the community's reaction? I understand these 2 cases, these 2 disappearances have been sort of something of an urban legend there in that area.
They have, and there's been a lot of mixed reactions. The first, of course, has been some shock and surprise. Where the cars were found is a very popular boat ramp at Foss Lake and near the marina, which the marina is home to a convenience store, a restaurant. Many people who live around here have been to that marina, have been to that boat dock. They visited this area. They know it well. And for 2 cars to be found just right there it's shocking and surprising, because so many of us have gone over there or gotten on boats right there. There's also sadness with this. It's been so long. People have had so many questions. They've wondered what have happened to these members of our community. But now there's hope, and that we can have closure from this, that we can get the answers to the questions, although it might take some time.
Closure indeed, but Laura, you bring up a good point. Maybe there was just a teeny bit of hope in those families' minds that these individuals may have still been alive. Kevin, have you talked to any of the family members and gotten their reaction?
We have. We've talked to several of the family members, and it's really hard for them. you can imagine that after all these years, they thought, well, we'll probably never find out. Then all of a sudden, bang, they find out that not only have they found them, but they found them not very far from their homes. They're right there near their communities. As one lady told us, he had talking about an older gentleman, the 69-year-old John Alvin Porter, who might have been in the Chevy. The older gentleman, his money was in the bank, his house was intact, and he was gone. So over 40 years, we've been looking for him. That's what one of the family members said. So I think it's some relief, but also some shock that they were found so close to home all this time.
Yeah, such a good point there. And I know you guys are on the phone, so you can't see the video that we're playing, but something that's so eerie about this story is you see the cars, and this is a 1967 or 1969 Chevy and a 1970 Camaro, and they're covered in mud, and they're rusted and rotted, and it just gives you an idea of how long this case has been cold, and we can only hope that this brings a little bit of closure for this family. You guys, thanks for being with me tonight.